everyone, welcome to Discovering Natural. On my Facebook page, Discovering Natural, SC Mercier asked me a question, and her question was this: how do I cornrow my own hair? Meaning, how do I do my own hair? So today I'm going to show you some tips. I'm going to give you some tips, okay, on how you can braid your own hair, like doing cornrows or flat twists. So I'm going to focus on cornrows and flat twist, and I'm also going to display some stuff down here that you can click, or you can click the pop-up that pops up right somewhere here. Can't quite figure out. Yeah, I think they pop up right here. Before we start, if you've not yet subscribed to our channel, please feel free to click that subscribe button, because we do show informative, simple tutorials and how to care for your natural hair every Mondays and Fridays on this channel. So this is my hair. This is a couple of days throwed out look, and to start off with doing your own hair, there are a couple of things that you should know. Number one, you should do your hair when it's detangled. Try to see if you can stretch your hair whether with heat or without heat. I much more prefer stretching your hair without heat. So stretch your hair, because detangling your hair and stretching your hair can actually help you when you're cornrowing your hair or flat twisting your hair, so that you don't get tangles. Because when you get tangles, what's gonna happen is that the hair is gonna break off, and you don't want that. The second thing is when you part your hair. When you part your hair, you can use a standing mirror to part your hair to see where the parts are, or you can even use a handheld mirror. I have several tips on how to part your hair, so make sure that you click the button or the image that pops up right here to show you how to part your hair. When parting your hair, you need a couple of tools, and one is a rat tail comb, this here, and you can also have a white tooth comb to comb out your hair after parting. Also, you need something to keep the hair sectioned away, and that is the most important thing about parting your hair. Making a straight line kind of comes with practice, so the more you practice with parting your hair, the better it will be. So the position of the braid really matters, and when I say braid, I'm talking about cornrows and flat twists. What I mean by the positioning is that if when you're cornrowing or when you're braiding your hair, you are doing it closer to the line, this part, your hair design is gonna fall like this, almost creating a brush effect. If you do it to the middle, if you start holding it to the middle, it's gonna create kind of like an hump effect right here. So that's why, depending on where you hold the hair and where you start braiding, the position can differ. Let's start with the positioning of the hand. When you position your hand, when you're gonna start doing your hair, let's say we wanna start it right at this side. I'm gonna take my hand and take my fingers and position it behind my head like this. Okay, when I position it behind my head, I'm assuming that you know how to cornrow, or you know how to flat twist your hair. So if it's for flat twisting, I have a tutorial that you can click on. But for flat twisting, all I'm doing is taking the hair, I'm going to divide it, take a little small portion of it, and then take another small portion of it, almost creating a twist. Okay, then I'm going to take my hand and pick up another section as I go. Okay, so as you go, you pick up sections. Okay, and you move it where you want it to lay. So you can see right now that the hair braiding is laying closer to the line, and as I keep on doing it, it will always lay towards the line, because I'm keeping my hand closer to the part. This is how you do it, going to the back of the head, and then when I get to the very end, all I do is just do a simple twist, 2-strand twist like that. Okay, this is how it's gonna fall. So now that is how you do a flat twist on your own head. Now the same thing goes for if I'm going to do a cornrow style. So if I'm going to do a cornrow style, I'm pretty much doing the same thing, but in this instance I'm taking 3 strands of hair. So I'm starting with 1. Okay, make sure they're about the same length or the same size. 1, 2 and 3. Okay. Okay, you can make it as small as you want, but I'm positioning my hand behind my head. Okay, I'm taking the other one, kind of grabbing it with this finger, and then taking this one, grabbing it with this finger, and I'm using my pointer finger to cut through the hair like that. Okay, I'm picking up as I go. I take this end, I pull through, I cut through, and I keep on doing the same thing till I get to the end of the hair. And once I get to the end of the hair, I'm kind of making this really big, but you can make it smaller. The smaller portions you pick up, the smaller your cornrow will look like. Or for those of you that call it cornrows, your cornrows will look like. So I'm going to continue. And remember, if you get a snag, just detangle with your finger and move on. And of course, when you get to the very end, I'm just going to braid it like normal. Okay? And that's how you do that part. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to show you is how to do cornrows or flat twists coming forward. Let's just go with flat twist for now, because I'm not going to you know how to cornrow, so you can use the same method in cornrowing. So I'm going to show you how I do it going forward. So let's say this is the hair that I want to braid coming forward. What I'm doing is I'm just going to section the hair like this. Now for flat twist, it's very simple to do it coming from the nape of your hair coming to the front section of your hair. So what you do is, with your hair well detangled again, what you do is you take it, you divide it into 2 right at the starting point. Okay, so you have it divided into 2. Now instead of putting it behind your hair like this, I'm putting it in front of my head. And as I put it in front of my head, I'm gonna take 2, cross it over and pick up more. So I'm taking 2 right now, I'm crossing it, and then I'm gonna pick up another section. Okay, so pick up another section, cross it, pick up another section. So this hand is always for crossing. So this other end is for picking up another section. Cross, pick up another section like this to join up, and then cross, pick up another section. See, just crossing, picking up another section. And that's how you do it coming forward. And then you just twist as you go. Now if it's that you want to do it to the side, either way, to the side you create your parts, of course. To cornrow going sideways, either way, you position your hand like this. So almost as if you're putting your hand at angle 90. So I have my part, I have my hair parted going horizontally, and I split it into 2. 1, 2. And I'm taking it, crossing it over. So this hand is always for picking up, as I said earlier, and this hand is always for crossing over. Pick up, cross over, split. Pick up, cross over, split. Pick up, cross over, split, and just keep on going and it's so simple. This is the way I flat twist. There are other ways that people flat twist. We do have a fake way. If you do not flat twist, there's a way that you can actually fake it as if you're flat twisting. So, but that's pretty much it. So you can see it goes that way, and that is how the flat twist will look. So now I'm looking pretty crazy with all this cornrows and stuff, but this is how I cornrow, flat twist, do my own hair. If you have any questions at all that you want to be featured on this channel, write them down below. If not, thank you so much for watching. We hope that you share this video, and we also hope that you will check us out on DN Vlogs Live, where we share behind the scenes of all this hair stuff. Okay, we take you trips around the world, and we do different things around town, and you get to see big sis and little sis do their own thing. So we'll see you in another video. If you want to know how to maintain your cornrow style, click that. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.